with hints, tips and tradie chat. Grab yourself a brew because it's about to start. This is Women in Trades with Amy the Sparky.
Before the show starts, I just quickly wanted to talk to you about Tradify. Tradify is a fast-growing job management platform for all busy tradespeople. It's great for managing all sorts of business admin such as quotes, tracking invoices, timesheets and appointments, leaving you more time to focus on other important things. Tradify have very kindly given me a discount code for my viewers, so check them out by clicking the link in my show description and using discount code AMY50 to get 50% off. Now, let's crack on with this show. Hello and welcome to my brand new podcast. I'm Amy and I'm starting this podcast because I'd like to get to know other female traders, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to get some information and advice out there to other people, old or young, male or female, that are thinking about getting into a trade. So we are kicking off with Helena from Pink Plumbing. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You?
Yeah, I'm great, thank you.
Good.
Right. I've asked you to come and have a chat because I followed your account right from the beginning when I started my Instagram, and I really love your account.
Thank you.
So yeah, I want to go right back to the beginning and find out about you and your training and everything really. So standard question, what made you want to be a plumber?
A plumber. Right, so my dad is a Sparky.
Okay.
I don't do electrics. I do not do electrics. Like, I've literally just doing it at college now and I'm slowly getting it, but nah. He used to tell me like years ago, like just to show me like little things, just goes through one ear straight out the other. My mum's an art teacher, so I've always been like quite creative and everything, but I've always been told not to go into teaching.
Okay. So
I was like, right, I've got to do something. So yeah, I went with one of my mum's teachers' husbands, like just for a few months, like out and about with him for a bit to see if I liked it before I joined college.
Okay, that's good. That was a good opportunity there. At least you got to try it out before you started.
Yeah, so there's something else out already.
Yeah. So how old were you when you started your training then?
Oh, I was a late one. So I've done my A-levels, which I do regret doing, but obviously you don't make regrets. I would say 18 or 19. So I'm 26 now, so quite a while, but I did more like full-time courses at college because I could not find an apprenticeship.
Okay, so talk me through your training. Like what did you start with? What sort of, just for anybody out there that might be watching that's wanting to get into plumbing, just what are the options for training and how did you do it?
So I started on the level 2 full-time like diploma, so you don't get your NVQ. That was for 1 year. Kept getting told to look for an apprenticeship and then you could just automatically go on to it. Couldn't. So the whole year I completed the year, and then after that I was like, I can't not do nothing, so I just automatically did the level 3 gas diploma.
Okay.
But whilst I was on that, it was either I think I must have been like 3/4 away, so it was either I think I finished it, but then I jumped onto the apprenticeship side of it, and then I had to finish a bit of a I think 1 or 2 topics to make it the NVQ.
Okay.
So get the level 2 plumbing and then do the level 3 plumbing, which at the end of this I'll now get my gas.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah, it's quite a long one, but it's been roughly this is like, they joke at college that this is like our 5th year.
Yeah.
But obviously Corona and everything, we've kind of like 3-4 months behind.
Yeah, it's really disrupted.
So yeah, we're now 5th years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you worked all the way through college? I know you used to work at the co-op.
I did. I did.
But did you do
like last month?
Did you do like work experience as well all the way through? Like how is your college structured the way you've done it? Were you working so many days and at college so many days, or?
Yeah, so we did on the full-time course, it was literally just 3 days a week. I think it was like a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 1 year, and then like the second year was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It was more like 2 days theory and like half a day practical.
Yeah, that was the same for me.
Yeah, it was quite heavy-handed. But then they always say like as soon as you go into like the real world is when it slowly sinks in like properly. So I did all that, and then I applied for so many apprenticeships, like some websites I don't think even were like real. Like I did that many, Indeed, Read, all of them. And then the one I got back to was the one I'm on now. And yeah, so from there is where I got more training on site, but apart from that, nothing. It's literally just full-time at college. So that was it, really.
Okay. And like, how did you juggle like work and college and then coursework and stuff? Like, what's the sort of pace like at college?
My college is whack.
This is why I asked you, because my college experience was awful.
It was shocking.
Yeah.
Even now, like I'm the only girl, obviously, in like the group.
Yeah.
There's like 8 to 10 of us. Everyone's got a folder, but mine's gone walkies. They think I've got it at home, and I'm there like, I'm not the one bringing it home. I don't take my work home if I don't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really bad.
My college were useless. Like, I was a mature student. I was like 29 when I went to college. When I started at college, yeah, and I did the full time level 2, level 3, and sorry, something just popped up on here. Yeah, the college was so unorganized, and obviously I paid for all my courses, so I spent a lot of money, like about $5,000 for the 2 years to get trained, and the college were useless. Like, we never had a tutor. You're just teaching yourself. Like, they tell you to sit at a computer, and
not the same, is it?
It's rubbish. Yeah, and I was the only girl on the course, and that part made me think, like, I totally understand why, first of all, mature students would be put off doing it, because it's I honestly, most of the time I felt like it was a waste of time. You've just got to get through it.
Like a nighttime course.
Say that again, sorry.
You get told to do like a nighttime course.
They didn't have any in my area. Like, the closest one was over an hour away, so that's why I couldn't do it. Yeah, so I had to do it that way, really. But yeah, I just felt like it was a waste of time and money for ages, and I just knew I had to get through it just to get my certificates, really. So
yeah,
it's so unorganized, isn't it? And how did you find it in that, like, I don't know what sort of person you are, like, confidence wise? Were you intimidated, or were you scared, like nervous before you started?
I remember my very first day at college.
Yeah.
I think you got told to get there for like 8 o'clock or something, and then the building where all like engineering is, plumbing, everything's in this one building.
Yeah, that was the same for me.
And there were groups and gangs of guys. Like, everyone was in this car park, and obviously like a few people joined like courses together, don't you? Like, oh, like, you know, with your mates. I literally was the only girl on this car park, like looking around, and I swear someone came up to me and was like, "Are you lost?" I was like, "I am not lost. If this is the building I'm going to be in, that's where I'm going." But yeah, I just remember it so vividly, like all these gangs, and I was there like, "Yep, me on my own, it's fine."
It was the same for me. And the first day was like an induction day, and I was late, standard, about 10 minutes. And when I got there, this guy was like, "Oh, they're all in that room," like a massive, I don't know, it's like a meeting room thing. And I burst in like late, and there's just about 100 lads, like all the tutors who were male, and the guy who's in charge of the college, who's a guy. And then everybody just looked at me, and I was like, oh God. I strolled in late, and then everyone was just staring at me. And then I started to think, what have I done? Like, this is awful. And the first couple of weeks, like, nobody spoke to me. Like, none of the lads on the course spoke to me.
Really?
Only my girl. I was like a lot older than most of them. There were a few lads that were sort of in their 20s,
Yeah.
But most of them were like school leavers. And then a couple of the lads started talking to me, and then I felt like I was slowly accepted into the group. And it really wasn't that bad. Like I do understand that girls must look and think, well, I can't do that. It's because I don't know if I could have done it. You know, when I left school, I don't know if I was confident enough to have gone to college then. It does put you off a bit, but it's fine. A couple of weeks in, it's absolutely fine, isn't it?
That's why I think sometimes if you go as a mature student, it's like, I feel like when you go as a mature student, it's like, you know, you want to go because that's like, you're more driven because it's like that's a career that you want to do.
Yeah.
Like I'm in a weird way, like I regret doing my A levels and wasted 2 years of my life at sixth form.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I've always been told, but if you didn't do that, I might have like gone to college and not, do you know what I mean, done something that I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad that when I like trialed it out with my mum's like friend's husband person down the line,
Yeah.
it was like, right, this is what I want to do. This is like, I feel like it's more motivating as an older person.
Yeah.
As well as like you say, like you paid for it. So on
Yeah.
my diploma, I didn't. It's really weird. I didn't pay for my level 2, but my level 3, because I already did my A levels.
Yeah.
It classed as another level 3.
Mhm.
So the government, I've got like a student loan, which they take off when I earn so much money.
Yeah.
So it's a bit odd, but yeah.
Yeah. So have you got any advice that you'd give to, say, like 16, 17-year-old girls that are thinking about getting into it but are a bit scared by the things we've just discussed? Any advice or tips that you might give them?
I say just go for it.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to say be confident if you're not confident.
Mm-hmm.
But I think being confident helped, because I think at college it's not like school. So obviously school you wouldn't back chat and all this lot, but at college I'll give it back. Like I'm a bit gobby at college. Like I never thought I would be. I feel like I can, like, because I'm older and like obviously I've been there I don't know how many years now. I feel like
You feel like it's your home.
Yeah, like it's not like I can walk in the room and be like do you know what I mean, listen to me type of thing, but I feel like it's more respect, like they respect you more.
Yeah.
But definitely just go for it.
Yeah.
What you got to lose.
Yeah. What about work then now? So how long have you got left now at college, do you think? Is it difficult to say because of everything's been delayed and stuff, hasn't it?
So our deadline for everything was meant to be the 18th, which is Friday.
Okay, yeah.
I've still got exams to do. I've still got my practicals to do. And we were there like, it's not happening. But when we came back in September, that was the deadline. Just like December the 18th, that's your last day at college. And we were like, it's not. So obviously we're going back in January. We're thinking the end of February is when I should be finished.
Okay, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. So what are you doing now work-wise? Are you doing your own thing or are you employed by someone?
Yeah, so I currently, my apprenticeship is Monday to Friday on a new build site. And then in evenings and Saturdays and Sundays is when I like fit my domestic stuff in.
Okay.
It's domestic where I want to go than site work, because site work for me is so repetitive. I hate it. I hate it.
You get bored.
Yeah, like the boiler is in the same place, in the same kitchen. It's the same spec. It's the same sanitary ware. It's, I can't do it. Oh, I'd rather fix something than just whack a new one in. Like, I don't know. It's not.
That's interesting. Maybe that's because you've been doing it for quite a few years already. Because I think site work like that, new builds, is great at the beginning for perfecting the basics, because you do the same over and over and over. And I think that's a good thing for everybody to go through. Do you know what I mean? To get a real good understanding of the basics. Yeah. And then you come to the end and you're like, I've done this 20,000 times. Like, I could do like, I never want to do it again.
No, it's tough. But I'm just keep thinking, like, I've not got so many to do. Like, I'm looking at the houses and the plots. I'm like, I'll do a few more and I might be done by that house. Like February might come along to that house, so I'm just hoping. I haven't got technically that much more to do, but
that's good. What about, so in your own time when you're doing your own work, I saw on your Instagram that you've worked with some other tradie ladies from Instagram. So I think it was the blonde plumber that I saw.
Yeah.
Have you worked with any others, and do you enjoy that? Because I've recently started doing the odd day here and there with people I've met on Instagram, and I absolutely love it.
It's one of those things where when I first did the whole Instagram thing, people would be like, what do you mean there's like a plumbing community and all this, like in a Sparky community or trades?
Yeah.
And then I used to get like mocks even at college. Like I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm going to trade fair, I'm going to tool fair and all this. And they'd be like, what do you mean? Like, why would you do something work related that's not like, do you know what I mean, you're not getting paid for it? And I'm like, yeah, but it's more networking.
Yeah.
So yeah, I worked with Carly. I met her first at a service station because we realised she's 40 minutes away from me.
Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah, so she's in crew. So I was like, right. So we met up on the M6 service station.
Okay.
Worked with Carly, I think twice. Yeah, Carly twice. But that's another thing. So before I started my college, I've literally just remembered this. But there's another female plumber in my area who drives a pink van.
Okay.
But she's not called Pink anything. And I did go around with her on Sundays just to get like more knowledge and everything.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
like just following her, seeing what she does and everything. But she's not on Instagram. But I see her around, but because I'm called Pink Plumbing, the amount of customers that go, are you the one in the pink van? And I'm there like, no, that's not me. The customers, or she's licking mine, like.
Yeah.
So my van wrapped. But no, I've worked with Carly. I've worked with the gas lass, Leah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So I've been up to Coventry to help because some of my portfolio work is like on older stuff, and new builds is obviously just all new. So I couldn't do it. So I was like, is anyone can help me? So I went up to Coventry, and then she came to Stafford and helped me out because I ended up getting gas jobs by recommendations, which I don't understand because I haven't got my gas yet, so I'm not sure who's recommended me for gas before I'm gas safe, but all for it must be good. And then I have also worked with Zach Squires, so okay. Yeah,
that's amazing. Isn't I think Instagram's great, for meeting people and learning from different people. It is a real sort of like little community, isn't it? It's great. It opens up really, really good opportunities. How do people like react? Like when you meet people that you don't know, how do they react to you when you say you're a plumber? Do you get the? Because I get, you're a what? Do you know what I mean?
Customers.
Sorry?
From customers, you mean?
No, just like people that you meet, like say if you met a guy or whatever, if someone introduces someone and they at a party and they say, what do you do? And you go, oh, I'm a plumber.
I love it.
Do you love people's reactions when they're like,
yeah, I love it. Do you know what I really love is when you're on a night out, dressed up, like I'm proper girly, like I'm not high maintenance as such as like nails and everything. Well, I am, but Christmassy time, but not like every week and all this lot. So when I go like proper like heels, hair, everything, like dress, night out, and then you're just there chatting to people and they just say like, oh, what do you do? You're like plumber, and they're like, no, you're not.
Yeah, like, I get that all the time.
You get your phone out and then you're like, these photos of boilers is just not for fun. Like, I love my job, but I'm literally like, I don't have photos of these like boilers and everything in my phone just for pretend. Like, but no, nobody believes you, and I'm like,
no. I get that all the time. Like when I used to go out, like pre-COVID when we were allowed out the house. I used to like if a guy chat to me, I'd say, "Oh, what do you do?" And twice this happened to me. They'd say, "Oh, I'm a Sparky. What do you do?" And I'd be like, "I'm me." And they'd never believe you. And I'd be like, "Ask me a question." And I love it when you can. I love it when you can answer their questions. And they're like, "Jesus." But I found that a lot of men hate it. They're like, "Oh,
really?"
Yeah, I think they think, "Oh, she's a bit of a lad," or something. I don't know. And I'm not.
Oh, I am on site.
On site at work, yeah. Because I think you've got to be, haven't you? You can't you can't go onto the site and be a princess about it. Like
I've slowly learned, like I used to say Monday to Friday I'm a man, Saturday, Sunday I'm a girl.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's my ratio. But
All
then
about balance.
yeah, but when you say like don't be a princess on site, I've slowly learned the whole like so I've moved to a new site and the plumbers on there are a bit like, oh, do you want us to carry his tool bags? I used to be like, no, like I can carry it, like don't be all like that because I'm a female. But now I'm like, go for it. You want to carry my bag, go for it.
Oh, exactly the same. You become like more chill about it, don't you? Because I think there's a fine line between people being patronizing, and then people just like guys just being genuine, like being nice.
Yeah.
I think definitely. I'm like that. I'm more chill now. I'm like, yeah, thank you. That's really nice of you. So
your bag, not
mine. So what about your like client base? Are they mainly? Do you get mainly calls from females or older people? Because that's what I just assume.
Yeah, little old ladies.
Yeah, that's nice though, isn't it?
It is cute. Yeah. No, yeah, I say mostly elderly people.
Yeah.
I've had a few like youngish people, I think, because they think you're female, you're going to be cheaper.
Right. Okay.
Times where like I've gone round quoted, and they're like, oh, like I think they just expect because you're not. Well, you're a professional, but I think they just don't think you are a professional. They think they're going to get like a cheaper deal, and you're like,
I'll be like, if anything, you're paying a premium for this.
Yeah. Exactly. So I was like, I'm doing the same job. It's probably like, no offense, better because like quality wise and everything. It's always a girl's touch. Like you're gonna get a girl's touch on things. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely older ladies.
Yeah.
What about you?
In my own work, to be fair, it's been a real mix for me. It's because the stuff I've done on my own is mainly through friends and family recommendations.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a real mix of people, like whoever that they know. And so people always say to me, oh, do you get lots of calls from, or do you do a lot of work for single females or old people? I'm like, I thought at the beginning that's what it'd be like, but so far it's not really been like that. But I don't know, in the future you would think it would be like that, wouldn't it? I'd rather get lots of calls from little old ladies than lots of calls from like weird single men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's always a worry, don't you think? I used to always think about that. Like, what if I get calls off like random men, and you get there, and when they open the door and they're a bit creepy, and you think, oh God, that stuff like that.
999 on like speed dial, just waiting. Like
have 999 in ready.
Yeah.
Can you is there anyone that you've met along the way, whether it be at college, someone you've worked with, or someone that's like really sort of helped you or inspired you or done something that's really sort of helped you in your career? Put you on the spot.
I would have to say during like COVID and everything, so I was with Zach Squires.
Yeah.
So he helps me a lot. Like I appreciate him a lot. The things I got ticked off my portfolio, and like he knows his stuff like proper. He's such a workaholic. So yeah, I definitely appreciated like the fact that over how many months, 4 months it was, I was able to get loads of stuff, because I thought if I wasn't with him or anything like this, I would have been stuck at home. I probably would not have much done in my portfolio. Like I'd be panicking because some of the lads on my course even like haven't even started some of theirs, and I'm there like, how have you not started it? Like we should be done. Like you should have been finished by now. Like, if anything, you should have had it already completed. But no, I'm really grateful for like, just the little tips and tricks that he showed me along the way of doing like boilers and stuff like that. So yeah,
I think it's great when you meet someone that's like willing to teach you stuff. And I think the main thing for me is finding someone that doesn't make you feel stupid when you ask questions. Because that's something I always worry about. Like, if there's things I want to know, you know, if you think that they think you should already know that,
yeah,
I always think, oh God, should I ask? And then it's great when you get the chance to work with someone that you can just ask anything, or you can ask over and over again. Like, you know, when they've spent 10 minutes explaining and you still don't get it, and you're like, oh, can you just tell me again? Do you know what I mean? Go through it again or in a different way. I think that's...
there are things like that where I used to be like, this is going to be a silly question. And he would say, there's no such thing as a silly question. But then sometimes I would say the silly question, and then as soon as I say it, I'd know the answer.
Yeah.
But because I said it out loud, I'm like, oh, I've got it.
Yeah. Or sometimes
like, I can't say it because it was a silly question. Like, I can't not say it now.
Sometimes you only need them to like give you a look, or to say one thing to make you think, oh God, I know this. And then you sort of like talk yourself into it, don't you? Talk yourself through it.
Yeah.
I get that all the time. Have you got any like funny stories for us? Like things that might have happened to you on site, or funny stuff that you've done, or situations you've been in?
Oh gosh. I've had a few, like, I did my best friend's toilet was it last week, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, we were in lockdown, but she's only got one toilet, and I've been doing this toilet. It's like a Victorian high cistern with like the long pipe with a pulley chain.
Yeah.
And did it all it must have been in the summertime. Did it all. It was working. We changed all the insides of it, fine. And then as soon as I put the water on, hairline crack appeared randomly in the cistern. Yeah. So eventually she ordered one, and in lockdown I was like, right, I'll do it. Did it all, and had to rearrange all the pipework to it because it was on the opposite side for some reason. And I don't work with chrome much. Like, I think this must have been the first time I've worked with chrome.
Okay.
It's also just copper sprayed, but I couldn't do it. And the fitting that I isolated, because I was like, right, as soon as we put the isolator on, we put the rest of the water in the house, it'll be fine. You can use your kitchen, you can do this. Did that, and then as we were doing something, this fitting popped off. Mains pressure is going through the roof, through like this whole thing. Yeah, I jumped on the toilet, put my thumb over it, and was like, you have to go downstairs, turn the tap off. And a boyfriend was downstairs playing FIFA or something. I was there like, damn, you've got to turn the tap off. And then he did not know where it was.
Oh yeah. No.
She was dented with like, yeah.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry, I'm insured. I am insured. If it comes to the ceiling, I'm insured. Like, don't worry. It was one of those things where I was glad it happened at my best friend's house.
I was just gonna say, is it better or worse that it happened at someone's house that you knew?
So she was just there with the towels. I was like, thank God for that.
I always feel so much more relaxed working at friends or family's houses, because although you never obviously want to mess up a job wherever you are, I just think there's so much less like pressure. It's less stressful, isn't it?
If I was like, like a little old lady's house, she would not know where the foot top was. I would have to let go of that finger, like, and get it, and I was just like, no. I was so thankful.
You'll have to ask the little old lady. Just be like, can you just put your finger on this? Oh, bless. What about bad experiences? Because naturally in life, you know, not everything's positive. There's always going to be some negative. You know,
well, I never seem to get any easy jobs, as what I'm saying. I never seem to get any easy jobs, is what I say on my Instagram stories. I don't know what it is, like, because I'm new to like the domestic side of it rather than like the new builds. I feel like domestically I'm still learning. Yeah. So like cold water tanks and like your hot cylinders and all this. For me, I'm like, right, combis. We just do combis and a bit of unvented. That is about it. So when I go to a domestic, I'm there like in the loft, like there's so many like tanks and everything. What was the question again?
That's okay. Any sort of like bad experiences or things that you don't like about the job, or any negatives?
Oh yeah, that was it. Right. I was like, where was I going with this? Bad experiences. Yeah, so it's just the whole like, I find every job currently is more of a challenge.
Yeah.
Like you see some people on doing their stories and it's like they're in, they're out, 10 minutes in, they're out. And I'm there like, maybe an hour down the line. So for me, at the moment, whilst I'm still got my apprenticeship and still like technically fully employed, I'm kind of thankful that I'm still getting paid rather than like, I feel like if I was self-employed, I'll probably be losing money.
Right.
Because of the time that it's taken me to understand where I'm going wrong or what I'm doing.
Everybody goes through that though, don't they? Whatever you're learning, everybody goes through that. Yeah.
But I think when you see it on Instagram, I think it's not like I want to be like them, but you just feel like, how do they do it so quick?
Yeah.
Like, how are they in and out? And I'm there like, oh, well, I'm not in and out, and I've been maybe here like an hour, and they've done like, do you know what I mean? They've earned so much money in like their 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And people always say like time is money, and I'm there like, well, my money is going and the time is going.
Get there in the end though. That's all that matters.
I'm still learning to judge like how long jobs can take. So like currently I'll only book maybe 2 jobs in a day.
Right.
On a Saturday or Sunday, because I'm still learning as to how long it could take me or would take me.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like become like self-employed. That's what I'm gonna have to challenge myself on.
Yeah. Be a big learning curve, won't it?
Yeah.
So what are your plans for the future then? When you're finished, hopefully in February, just going to continue with your own thing and build up your business?
Yeah. So my apprenticeship, I become unemployed.
Okay.
So their thing for the government, because it's a new build, is like we'll have some apprentices if like, do you know, it's their thing back for the government if they can get certain like land and everything. So after my apprenticeship, I'll be basically unemployed. So I was like, right, I'm either going to have to go and find someone just to get more. I'm debating finding another company just to get more experience.
Yeah.
But my jobs will probably, I'll suffer for a few months, I think, but I'll have to slowly start getting my own jobs.
Yeah.
Hopefully getting more booked in. But that's my goal.
Yeah. Good luck to you. I hope it all works out. So yeah, if there's people out there that have any questions or want to follow you and see what you're up to, what's your Instagram name? Your Instagram? Pink? Is it just at Pink Plumbing?
Pink_plumbing _HJS.
Okay, great. And if anybody's got any questions for me or anything that you want me to ask future tradie ladies, then you can DM me. I'm at Amy the Sparky. I've got one last question to finish on. If you got a call out to a leaking toilet, and you turned up and it looked like the toilet at a train spotting, would you glove up and just crack on with it, or would you be like, nah, there's not enough money in the world, see ya?
I personally would ring Emma Plumbers and she can come and do it for me.
Pass it on. I like your style.
Yeah.
Excellent answer. Right. Thank you so much for talking with me today.
Good luck with your podcast.
Thank you so much. See you soon.
See you later.
That was Women in Trades with Amy the Sparky. Never miss an episode by subscribing now. Just hit the subscribe button and turn your notifications on.